Hey everybody, it's Eric here with Outdoor Retailer Winter Market 2018, and I'm with Kate Day from Dovetail Workwear. Now, I was walking through the aisle, and I'm always looking for things that are unique, novel, I haven't seen anywhere else. There's plenty of Carhartt and Duluth Trading Company, and there's all these other companies they make great workwear for guys, just ballistic stuff. Really, Duluth, like the fire hose pants for Duluth.
Yeah,
great stuff.
Technical, high performance.
Great stuff. Nothing for women. I mean, you might find a couple women's cuts in there, but there's a joke what we call shrink it and pink it, and there's really not an effort to actually make clothes that work for women, that are specifically tailored to a woman's body and physiology. Also, your metabolism is different, like everything's different. So
I couldn't say it better myself. Yeah.
So Kate, can you tell me a little bit about Dovetail Workwear and like how this all came to be?
Yeah. No, you just summarized it really well. And the fun part for us is that there was a sort of backstory of how we stumbled into this business. Kyle is one of my co-founders, a woman. She and I had our own landscaping business in Portland, Oregon, and we're doing very physical, heavy-duty work, working in yards and in nurseries, getting covered in mud, lifting, planting trees, and wearing workwear. And always very, very frustrated at what was being offered. We've said 1,000 times, a shrink it and pink it approach, a really kind of second, minimal thought to the women's department, and literally stuff for women being pink, which we had no desire to wear, and often just really shortcutting and cutting corners on the technical features that we actually needed in the workwear. So that was always a challenge, and we had a client, our third partner in this, Sarah DeLuca, who has worked in apparel for 20 years. So she was kind of the magic sauce. We initially just asked her to make, I said to her, Sarah, could you make a better pair of pants for us, the two of us, in our work so that we can go on and do our jobs better? Because our pants should be a tool that help us.
Right.
And the whole thing snowballed. We had a couple samples made. We'd spent a long time over it just in our spare time at night.
Obsessing.
Sort of bootstrapping, like how would we make the perfect women's work pant for ourselves? And then we started wearing it around Portland and wearing it in nurseries and in yards and even on the street. We did say from the beginning we wanted something that was stylish enough too, that we wouldn't feel like we were always taking extra time in our day, run home, take off the workwear to go on to pick up our kids at school, to go meet a friend, go out for a drink. And
when you're talking about nursery, you're not referring to daycare.
No, I'm referring to landscaping nurseries, right? So, you're crossing, like so many women, many, many things in your day. Your work life, your family life, volunteer work, physical work, even something as simple as having your phone on your body. Like, this isn't only for, we do try and make product now that is highly technical and really engineered, but it's basically products for any modern woman who's on her feet and busy. They should fit her. So anyway, that's sort of like the backstory of it took off. We started meeting women who were always asking us what we were wearing, which were just our samples. And it was sort of a big aha around this struggle that we've had is a struggle that all women are having with the women's workwear market. And there really is a gap around fit for women, quality, craft, and performance all in a product. So with Sarah's background and expertise, we have just dove into the deep end and are we'll always be focused on pants because that's the most complex piece of apparel in the workwear closet. And for women with fit, curves, muscle, every big, tall, really trying to deliver no matter your size. We go from 000, which is essentially a youth size, all the way up to plus size 24, which is an incredible size range because we're really trying to accommodate women of all sizes. And then we have 4 inseams. So our SKU count is crazy, but it's just like no matter who you are.
But you own that piece of the puzzle in that women are all different shapes and sizes.
All different shapes and sizes.
And if you're going to address women, then you need to be able to address that.
Exclude some women and not others. Like, it just isn't right, and there's been such frustration around that. Like,
guys are pretty angular.
Philosophy, around like what if we're gonna be here for women, we've got to be here for women, no matter what your form is and what your work is. So. Yeah, that's kind of the original kind of starting point.
Awesome. Yeah. So where do you make your product at?
Our product is sourced globally, depending on what the product is. We do both, we're just revealing or kind of launching our outerwear line. Pants will always be our core. And we really take it kind of on a case-by-case basis. Our pants are currently sourced out of a factory that Sarah has worked with for 20 years. She started her apparel experience working for a factory that was set up by the Gap in southern Mexico. And
cool.
She has known them ever since. They are top-notch, sort of blue star, high quality in terms of their labor practices, social practices, environmental practices. We care a ton about that, and she knows the industry so well. We are really sourcing with factories that are focused on women's empowerment and just the basic equity issues that we care about. I mean, it's our company, and we don't want to make anything that we cannot feel good about. So Mexico is a big source. Our outerwear
Can
and
we stop
sort
for a
of,
second?
Yep. Tell them.
I can't.
Okay.
Yeah, we actually have to back up.
Hey, Kyle. It's the noise, I guess, is like coming over here. So if you guys can just, we can back up. I'm being a little wordy. So
Let's go back to Mexico.
Sure.
Okay. Oh, that sounds fun. All right. So you manufacture in southern Mexico?
Yep. Our pants are primarily made in southern Mexico. Amazing quality control and just understanding how to make it. It's a very technical product. Some of our pants have up to 15 pockets, real pockets, double front, reinforcement. So it's a very complex pattern. It's not a typical women's fashion jean at all. So their quality is superb. And like I was saying, they have women management, they have superb environmental standards. We only want to work with factories that we feel good about and don't keep us up at night worrying about what's really going on.
That's exceptional. So if you wanted to find out more about the supply chain story, that's on your website?
That's on our website. We're very transparent. Yeah, we have a whole page of FAQs, and people ask all the time. I mean, being in Portland, people care a lot about where the sources of products are and the ethics. So in our FAQs, you can see our information about our sourcing strategy overall. We go into some specifics about our pant sourcing specifically.
Sure. What's the URL?
Dovetailworkwear.com.
Dovetailworkwear.com.
Pretty simple.
Awesome. Can you show me a piece and kind of walk me through what makes a piece unique?
Yes, absolutely. I'll focus, actually, pants are our sort of bread and butter. This is our canvas overall. To start with, fabrics are a key foundation to everything we do. Our entire product line will always focus on great, high-quality fabrics that work for fit. So that involves, fitting on curves and all different body sizes. So stretch is part of it, but stretch has gotten a horrible name in fashion because poor stretch means the pant loses its shape, falls down, doesn't hold up. So we have really high quality memory in our stretch so that it holds its shape and doesn't sort of, get too worn out too fast. Durability is a huge issue for us, and so we have women, hardcore tradeswomen, who really abrade the fabrics in their work, and so they need things that aren't going to just get holes within 2 weeks, which some products actually do if you don't invest in the fabric. So this is a custom stretch canvas that we had developed for us. Its durability we tested in a lab, and it came back 30% stronger than any other workwear fabric on the market.
Cool.
But the stretch means it works on hips, it works, on the waist.
So you're actually going to step up the supply chain and doing your own fabric development.
Yes, we are. We're really, really invested in fabric.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
But this is the product I was just saying has 15 different pockets in it. So yes, this has 15 right here. There's 4 different pockets sized for things like cell phones, small tools. We built something into this that's our little trademark. It's an oversized eyelet that for people who work in, say, vineyards or in landscaping, you often have twine that you're using to hold up a tree or reinforce something. So you can run twine and be hands-free when you're working, but it also for like headphones or something,
That's
more contemporary.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, so it has a real purpose. All the pockets, deep, functional pockets that you can put your hands in.
Sure.
This
Gusseted
is a
knee.
system of 4 different deep and shallow pockets here. The double front comes in all of our products. The gusset is something that a lot of women were mentioning to us. We do a lot of wear testing and a lot of co-design with our group of women wear testers. And the gusset you can't see very well here, but women
actually have this other set of panels on the inside.
And so I was just saying, I've never worn a pair of pants, probably in outdoor apparel. It's common, but in fashion and workwear, it hasn't been very common. And the mobility with the gusset is incredible because we have women that are electricians in tiny little crawl spaces and arborists climbing trees, and so mobility and access is key. So something like that is just a really essential feature for a product that we just spend a lot of time on the features and then doing the wear testing. We're not interested in making anything that isn't useful for the women that wear our products. Men have started to buy our products too, to tell you the truth.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I like that. Maybe maybe you have to launch a men's line too.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get there, but the women's is so shortchanged. That's really our focus for now. But smart guys look at it and they're like, I love this, and they wear it and they rock it in a totally different way. They kind of wear them a little lower, and we've had some guys who are total loyalists now.
That's fantastic.
So
I love
it. It's pretty cool. Yep. Oh yeah, we have shirts and just really simple, great fabrics that have stretch, and there's simple, but it's long, so you have coverage. Nice work shirts that are just very versatile, extra pocketing, a little bit of.
I love the hand on that fabric.
Yeah, this is an amazing fabric. Fabrics are just sort of the true north for us. So yeah, and we just came out with a line of outerwear because a lot of our wear testers said, strangely enough, they didn't have jackets that worked for them. We have a lot of women in natural resources out in the field, tons of women in trades and manufacturing, just intense, environments, work environments, and then of course the elements. So we've got a great new line of outerwear, cool moto jackets that have, they're waterproof, they're breathable, windproof, going to give you the warmth, but they fit well, have a lot of pockets, so yeah.
It's awesome, Kate. Well, I love the product. It looks really cool. If you want to find out more about Dovetail Workwear, you can go on dovetailworkwear.com.
Yep, and then we're here.
Do you have a way to find dealers?
I was just about to say, we are just getting going. This is our second OR. We launched our retail accounts at the summer OR, and so now there is a website page that says where to buy, and we're starting to have we're in a lot of places in Alaska, Pacific Northwest, a few on the East Coast, and then hopefully after this OR we'll be in a number of new locations.
Can they buy directly from you as well?
They can. So website is our original home. You can buy all of our products on dovetailworkwear.com. Then if you're interested in going into a store, if there's a store that carries in someone's region, where to buy page lists our current retail offerings.
So you can try the stuff on.
Yeah. Which is,
if you're not sure it's going to fit.
Of course. It makes sense. Yeah, you want to know. I mean, these fabrics fit in such a unique way. It's great, and we, hope to be really national and maybe even in Canada eventually. So, yeah, it's exciting.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Kate, right?
Yes, yeah.
Thank you, Kate.
Thanks.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Nice chatting with you.
Thank you. Sorry for the interruptions, but I guess it's all part of the scene.
It's all part of it. You got to roll with it.
Yeah.
All right.